Hello everyone and welcome back to Ventures with Them. Okay, so the backdrop looks a little different. Okay, so we are actually in the kitchen and this is normally where we do our cooking segments or videos. And we have been using every plate lately. We got it that one week and we weren't real crazy about the recipes that were in there. Some were okay and some just weren't that great. So we didn't get it for a while. We just kind of did our own thing. And then I decided to try it again and try some different recipes. So, okay, so long story short, we have not been home very much lately. We've just had a lot going on with track and everything, and so we got another box, and out of that box we've only tried one recipe. But so as you know, we've been working on our house and we put new flooring down and so forth. Well, when they came in to do the flooring, we had to actually remove our kitchen cabinets. We didn't have to remove the base of them. We had to remove the countertops. And the reason, I know you're probably thinking, well, that's just crazy. Why'd you do that? So when we first moved in here, the stove that was in here was literally about 20 inches wide. And I didn't know that. Well, it was a little bit bigger than 20 inches, I guess. But anyway, it set into the top of the cabinets and went into the front of it. It was kind of, I mean, the cabinets are custom made apparently, and they were made to fit around that and into the small area of what is our kitchen. But when we bought the stove and brought it in, I did not realize that our stove was bigger, that the normal 30-inch stoves are actually bigger than what was in here at the time. So we had to cut out a section of the cabinet where the stove goes for our stove to fit in there. And so we had to pry the cabinets off and scoot them down. Well, in the process, they no longer fit in the section. We have a wall that expands out towards our living room where the bar is. And so the cabinets at that point had to stick out from the wall approximately 4 inches or so, being the countertops and everything. Well, when they came in to do the floors, we found out that we could pry the countertops off of the cabinets and the cabinets would actually fit into that space again. It's just for some reason or another the countertops were way bigger than the cabinets. I don't know. We don't really understand why it was made like that, but anyway, so we did. We took the countertops off, pushed the cabinets down. The cabinets now fit in the space. In the process of that, we now have to have custom countertops cut to put back on there because the other ones don't fit. So most cabinets are 36 inches wide where there's two doors. For some reason ours are 34 inches and a little bit. So we now have to have custom countertops cut to put in here. Of course, it's always something. So I don't have countertops right now, which is making it difficult to cook, if you can imagine. So anyway, we got a food box in the day after the people came to do our flooring. Our flooring has been paid for since January. They just showed up in April to do the flooring. So we didn't really have a choice. You know, it was do it or don't get them and not know how much longer it was going to be. So we did it. So anyway, we got these meal kits in, which was the whole purpose of this story. We got the meal kits in. We've cooked one of the 5 kits yesterday. It's very hard to cook without countertops. Actually, we've done 2. We did do 2 of them because one was meatballs. Let me see if I've got the card up here. Yes, I do. Okay. So one of them was meatballs, and the reason I was able to do it and not have any issues was because it's literally ground beef that you just, make into meatballs, put them in a skillet, and then make some potatoes and stuff. So it was fairly easy to do not having countertops, and it was pretty good. This is the one that we got. It was the sweet and tangy cherry meatballs. So that one was really very good. And then you can see on there the extra ingredients that you have to provide at the bottom. And so it was really good. We all really liked it. So if you want to know one of the good recipes to get, it's definitely going to be this one if you like ground beef. And I'm the only one that really ate the zucchini because, you know, everybody else in my house is just picky. So I ate the zucchini and I thought it was really good too. And then last night I did one, and the reason I'm not filming it is because it's so hard to cook without countertops. So I literally would only be able to film while I'm standing right there over the stove or oven. And I'm having to go back and forth between like the bar and the kitchen. The stove is over here, the bar is over here, so it's literally back and forth trying to make it work. It is a nightmare. I don't recommend doing this if I were you. If there's any way possible to get your kitchen put together and all that, doing work in a house that you live in is a nightmare. I don't recommend it. So if you're thinking about remodeling or something like that, just build a whole new house or just move. It's just a nightmare. So anyway, we did the pork chops last night. These are the ones that we did. They're the figgy thyme. Now, with this being said, I don't like thyme, and I did use it, so that was not good. So any of the recipes that I get that have thyme in it, I won't use the thyme. I'm going to leave it out. But you can see on here, this is like what you have to provide to go with it at the bottom. This is the recipe. It was pretty good. I really liked the glaze on the pork chops. My husband's not so crazy about it. He said it was okay. He just really didn't like the taste of the fig. I love fig preserves. I grew up with that kind of stuff, so I really liked it. He did like the carrots, which is not normal. And for some reason this time he didn't like the potatoes. I don't understand why, because it was the same potatoes that were with the meatballs and he liked them. So I don't know, maybe it just needed more salt and pepper to him. I'm not sure. I actually was getting taste of the fig glaze in with my potatoes, so I really liked it. It kind of gave it a little bit of a sweet taste. I liked it. I really did like this recipe. So our first week that we did a few weeks ago of it, our recipes just weren't, we just didn't love them. It just wasn't something we were crazy about. So I'm glad we're giving every plate a second chance, because we're liking it more the second time. I was going to cancel it again after this one. I actually just missed out on the time to cancel, so I have another box coming for next week. The reason I was going to cancel this time was because of not having countertops. It's just so hard to cook. And we just don't know when they're going to be able to get here to do that. So, I don't know. But anyway, so we do have a few more recipes coming up. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to film them to show you. So, I'm going to try, though. I'm going to try to do some and film. What I won't be able to do, really, I don't know. I'm going to have to try to figure it out. I might can do some of the prep work on the bar and put the camera over there and just like as I'm cutting up stuff and prepping the pans and stuff like that, I may can do that and then move the camera to the stove as it's cooking. I don't know. We'll try to figure it out and see. I've just been so frustrated and aggravated with it all that I really haven't even, I just didn't even try. I was just, you know, mad. I guess that's all I can say. I was just mad about it. So anyway, so we did have 2 recipes that I didn't get to show the cooking of or the finished plate, but they were good. So we have 3 more recipes coming up. It'll be the garlic rosemary chicken. And we have apricot Dijon chicken legs. And the smoky paprika pork chops coming up. Now, I do know that the chicken legs, I did not know that they actually sent meat that had bones in it. So this is going to be new to us because I thought everything that they were doing was boneless. So I'm not really sure about that one. That one's just going to be different, and I normally don't cook meat with the bones in it. I normally take them out before I cook it. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, I mean, I have cooked chicken with bones in it, don't get me wrong, but I just haven't in a long time because normally we just debone it. It's just quicker to cook. It's easier to cook, it seems like. So, yeah, so there's that. All right, and so with that, I hope you have a wonderful day.